Hey guys, what's up? Psychotics here, gonna bring you another deck profile today. Today we have Constellars. Again, this is one of my friend's builds. Um, Constellars are particularly like a solid deck. They never really do bad, but they never really do like amazing either. But it's still a really solid deck. They have access to rank 5s and rank 4s, which gives them quite a bit of versatility. And we can get into the deck profile right now. Oh yeah, and they're light monsters too. That helps a lot. 3 Pollux. He's your Evil Swarm caster. He basically is Evil Swarm caster, the nice or the nice version, the non-infected version. Yeah, so you normal summon him. You get to summon another one, another normal summon, and this activates. This is continuous, so as soon as he hits the field, he gets the effect. If someone Veilers it, then you're still going to get the effect. Or Fiendish Chain still works. 3 Kaus. He helps you adjust your levels. Basically, your second best monster, I guess. It's debatable, but he's just, yeah, he gives you those access to those nice rank 5 plays. 3 Algieti. A little bit less, or not as good as Pollux, but same effect. It's just that it starts a chain, so this, and it's also a special summon, not a normal summon. So they can Veiler this or Maxi it, and you don't get it, unfortunately, but I mean, there's still not a reason like not to run this at 3. I guess 2 would be fine too, especially because you can search any of your Constellars out with Sheraton. I wouldn't really run him at 3. He's kind of like he's just a weakling. You know, he only got 700 attack, and you're going to take quite a bit of damage from that unless you can protect him. But yeah, searches out any of your Constellars. Mainly want to search Sombre or Pollux is a good one, depending on what's in your hand. Usually Sombre or Pollux. You don't really want to search Kaus because we have Tanky to search Kaus. And then we have 3 Sombre, probably your best one. I think everyone knows what he does. Yeah, he just sets up everything, and this is the top deck. If you top deck Sombre late game, you basically just like, that's a pretty nice play right there, or a stroke of luck. 1 Bear as attack, since we use 3 Tanky to search out our Kaus. He just gets rid of problem cards. 1 Thunder King, a general stun card. That doesn't really hurt you in this deck because Sheraton's the only thing that searches in Tanky. And this is also a Black Horn of Heaven, so yeah, just pretty good. Honest, since most of the monsters in our deck are light. 2 Lance to protect ourselves from mainly Bottomless, and I guess Traptrix, Trapple, Nightmare, and Torrential. Yeah. You can use it for the defensive purposes. 1 Rhoda, search out Pollux. 2 MST, for pesky back rows. I think, I don't know, you don't really want to blind MST ever, but unless you know what they're using, like, you gotta be conservative with these. 3 Tanky, search out Kaus. Make him a 19 beat stick. You can search out Bear too if you need to. Not really ever a dead card. Just floats there. 2 Pots for consistency. Yeah. You kind of special summon, or usually when you summon a monster, you're going to want to special summon that turn, so you don't want to run 3. But it's mainly up to you. Like for instance, if you summon Pollux and you summon Kaus, you gotta go into a rank 5. When we have a tech choice of 3 Reckless Greed, once you have Pallades out, this basically becomes like more viable. It doesn't really hinder you as much because your opponent's basically minusing from that, and then you just get pluses from drawing. And Pleiades also kind of saves you or like stalls for you while you're waiting for your draws, unless you can beat them in within those 2 turns. So that's actually pretty good. Normally you can beat someone in 2 turns if you get 2 of these off, or even 1. And then we got 2 wiretaps. Wiretaps amazing right now. Pick them up if you don't got them. Protect your Pleiades, protect your Constellars. 2 deep prisons for the hands. Mainly for the hands. I shouldn't just leave them out like that. 2 fiendish chains. Still like it better than breakthrough skill. Stops attacks. I guess some people don't really expect it as much anymore. Or it's yeah, people don't really expect it as much anymore, so fiendish, they'll just like waste their MSTs on your back row or something, or your other back row, and this will just be wide open for you to just use on their monsters. And then we got the 1-ups, of course. That rounds up the deck. That's 40. Yeah, 40 I believe. And then for the extra, we got 2 Omega. He is your Infestation Pandemic, so protects all your Constellars. Just doesn't work during the damage step. So yeah, this can't really get around Lance if someone uses it against you, but shouldn't be a problem. A lot of the traps right now are react or chainable or reactive on summon, so Omega's good. And then we have 1 Prey Speed. He's here as like a tech choice. He just buffs up any of your Constellars, so that's pretty good. This is actually a decent card to go into if you kind of have the advantage. Again, with like Reckless and Pleiades, you can just make Pleiades a 35 beat stick, so it'd be nice. 1 Abyss Dweller for graveyard effects. 1 Ragna Zero for cards that buff themselves up. 1 Black Ship. 1 Star Leash. I would actually run this at 2 over 2 101s in this deck, because Star Leash just gives you that free 2000 damage. And yeah, your opponent can 101 this, but I mean, if you already know they burn their 101, then yeah, this is a perfect card to use. 1 Tyrus. He's problematic for most decks right now, just for the fact that he can be destroyed by card effects, and you get a pop card during the battle phase after he attacks successfully. So yeah, that's actually pretty fucking good. And he's light. 1 Volcasaurus. Volcasaurus helps with possible OTK, and you can OTK in this deck. And then that nice burn damage. And then 2 Pleiades, the boss monster, beautiful guy of the deck. You should always run 2, at least 2 I should say. It's very possible to go into 2 in one game. I haven't had the opportunity to go into 3, but you know, you have all the other rank 5s to go into. If you're able to go into 3, you're probably just like, you probably should have just won already. 1 Shark Fortress. He helps with the OTK as well. Your opponent has to target him for attacks. Yeah, you can target any monster actually, so you can put it on Pleiades or whatever. It doesn't really matter. You mainly use it on himself, so that's 4,800. 1 Armageddon or Adrius. He's not as good as Tears, but he's always there as an option. You can cut, we don't have a 101, so you could cut this for 101, and also Auric Sidon Knight, and we can talk about that after the rest is done. 1 Ptolemy. You need this card if you're running Constellars, or if you can go into a Constellar like Omega or something. So yeah, put it on Pleiades after he's been sitting on the field for 2 turns. You activate Reckless, get some more cards, summon another one, put this on your old one, you win. 1 Gaia. put this on any of your Fiend's Chain, Breakthrough skills, or like Veiler monsters, or just for some reason they're just kind of dead. Just throw this guy on top. Alright, so the cards you can cut if you wanted to add some alternatives. You can add a 101 Excite on Night, and if you want Rhapsody and Berserk to round it up. These are just personal choices, and also we don't have 101 or Excite on Night, but I would run Rhapsody and Berserk. It's actually pretty good since it's a DD Crow, and you never know what to expect. Sometimes Abyss Dweller just doesn't do it, or just doesn't work for you. For instance, like Lightsworns and Judgment Dragon or some Bujin cards, you can use it, or you can banish those for good too, and that way they'll have 2 cards to use for Bujin Carnation, but you know, whatever. So yeah, you can run those cards. And that rounds up the deck for us today. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, thanks